YouTube, what the hell going on? It's your boy Rex here. Today we're gonna react to a video about that boy the Wastes, rappers who diss their idols for clout. I never understood why they do this. I guess just for like clout. I guess just trying to put their name on the map. There's plenty of ways you put your name on the map, but this was a big thing once upon a time. But anyway, we got up to the video and see what the hell going on.
Becoming nothing more than a meme, and in some cases can result in someone almost losing their life.
Young Thug
However,
and Lil
when it
Wayne.
comes to complex relationships in rap, there's only a few that can rival that of Kanye West versus Drake. At the outset of his career, Drake was open about the love he had for Kanye, and even told MTV that he was the most influential people in terms of music that he has ever heard of.
Kanye West was that guy,
Ye
man.
seemed to see Drake's potential early on, and even directed his music video for his classic hit song, Best I Ever Had. Unfortunately,
They know
the
that.
video was labeled as misogynistic, and was eventually pulled, quickly putting them in a weird place. Still, Kanye and Drake began their relationship with a lot of respect for each other. The positive vibe continued up to Drake's debut album, Thank Me Later, where Kanye even helped out by giving Drake a hit song with Find Your Love. Considering he grew up on Ye and owed more to 808s and Heartbreak than any other project,
That was
Drake
the
tried to keep
best
things on
album.
good terms at first. He didn't even allow himself to feel some type of way when Kanye abruptly took him off All of the Lights, where Drake would say, quote, "I can
That
never
is-
sit
I
here and
didn't know
tell you
that.
that's not one of my idols. That's not one of my favorite rappers. Whatever energy I've ever felt is irrelevant. When you ask me, what do I think of Kanye West? I'ma always have something positive to say."
That's good,
But
that's
this
good.
feeling wouldn't last long for Drake. As Drake's star began to skyrocket to a point that it almost rivaled Ye's, he got a little bolder and started firing shots of his own, even claiming that Jay-Z and Kanye had stolen the concept of their 2011 album Watch the Throne from himself and Lil Wayne.
We still gotta do that album.
Yes.
I heard some other guys are coming out with an album too. There's two other guys that are coming out with an
Okay.
album together. Two other rappers. I don't know where they got that idea, but see
Well,
how
you
that
mean
goes.
the older guys.
Oh, I didn't say that. They look young to me in their movements.
From Drake claiming that he had a bigger pool than Ye on Summer 16, to Ye responding back by saying he has 3 pools, Kanye
remember
also
that.
accused him of using payola to unfairly promote his song For Free with DJ Khaled all over the radio.
Is it just me? But did you hear that song so many times? You seen one pay for free. I love Drake, I love Khaled, but they set that song up, bro.
Despite their differences, it seemed like Kanye and Drake were still maintaining a shaky peace.
I didn't know that goddamn Kanye did this shit for Drake. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know Drake was. Well, I used to hear him always talk about Drake. I used to just wonder why. Like, what the fuck y'all always talking about Drake so much? And then this really okay. Now I see. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Between them, mainly because it was beneficial for their business and making money. At one point,
That's
a
interesting. I
mysterious
really didn't know
billboard
that.
emerged in August of 2016, which read, "Calabasas is the new Abu Dhabi." And people thought this was an announcement of a collaboration album between them. But sadly, all hopes that they would ever drop this project would be destroyed when Kanye West started to take advantage of how much Drake wanted to work with him, and ended up using it in a way that wasn't good for the Toronto artist. After a phone conversation about their music, Kanye told Drake that he wanted to be the Quincy Jones to his Michael Jackson, and got him to fly out to Wyoming. When he was there, he gave him a beat that was supposed to go on Drizzy's 2018 album, Scorpion. But soon, Ye would sabotage him and Drake's relationship when he decided to scoop-de-whoop all over the track that he named Lift Yourself.
Whoopie-dee-scoop. Scoop-dee-dee-whoop. Whoop-dee-scoop-dee-poop.
And Drake later explained the full story on the Rap Radar podcast.
Played me like this.
He played you a beat, right?
He played me Lift Yourself, and he was like, yo, you can have this if you want. And I was hype. I started writing to it, and then he was like, yo, you gotta come to Wyoming. Lift Yourself comes out with him just talking nonsense. This guy's trolling me. Yeah, oh, this was like a manipulative, like, I wanna break you thing. So I said, all right, I'm gonna go back to distancing myself again. I know what this is.
Despite the situation,
All this shit here is inside information. Goddamn it, 'cause this shit. Damn, I ain't know they. I ain't know. I knew they had beef, but I ain't know it stemmed from little shit like this.
Kanye West still accused Drake of betraying him, seeing Drake's actions as a form of revenge.
You know, Drake is a person who loves Kanye West, loves everything I ever did. You're supposed to be protective of that person at all costs and make sure, like, bro, are you good? You know what I'm saying? It's like not about being selfish, like, oh, I wanted to be on a Lift Yourself beat and I wasn't on it, so now I'm mad at you. So now I'm sending, hurt with demon emoji. I don't play like that. We don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? I got love for everybody, but I don't play like that.
From there, it was all out war. Drake would go on to diss Ye on the Duppy freestyle, before later believing that it was Kanye who told Pusha T about his son, and therefore made the infamous Story of Adidon diss, where Pusha revealed Drizzy had a kid, possible in the first place. That summer, Drake released In My Feelings, but it was Kanye who was left enraged by it. And during an infamous rant that he delivered on Instagram, he called out Drake for name-dropping a woman by the name of Kiki in the song's hook, which he felt was an allusion to having sex with his ex-wife Kim Kardashian.
That don't sit well with my spirit. If I had a girlfriend from Chicago, her name was Renita, and then you was married to Rihanna, I wouldn't make no song called Riri.
Kanye thought that Drake
I feel like
not liking
Kanye would
him
definitely
was
do
just
that.
a normal thing in the competitive world of hip-hop. And during an interview with Zane Lowe, he also said that he wasn't really paying attention to Drake anymore.
What other rapper do you think? Drake lives 4 blocks down the street. Got it.
Yeah, I go to Drake's house, I walk over there with no security, leave my phone number, here's my cell. But I'm not trying to ring the doorbell and say, you gotta come out. Now, he might be busy. He got a studio in there. He probably, you're just gonna think that Drake is recording at all times and stuff like that. He probably recorded. There's a lineage of Jay to Ye to Drake. This person is your idol, then you get to know him, then you be friends, then you turn to frenemy.
I don't know who to believe, cause Kanye West be male lady. Kanye West be tripping sometimes. Did I feel like he tell the truth? Then he go back to tripping. Then he be telling the full truth. I really don't know too much about Drake. I really ain't really seen Drake interviews like that besides the one he sat in the bed with old girl. But other than that, I feel like that was bullshit. I don't know really. Him and Lil Yachty, I feel like that was bullshit. So I really ain't really seen too many Drake interviews. But I really ain't really heard nobody talking about Drake for real like that. So I don't know. Drake don't do interviews.
Then you turn to enemies, and then you gotta bring back the positive energy. Now, I think more about Bernard Arnault than I think about Drake, because he might have thought he got culture by taking Virgil, but it's like, no, now you're having to pilfer from my territory. They did me a favor, but I tell you what, now Bernard Arnault is my new Drake. Well, I'm a ordained minister. If he want me to, when he finally get married, I'll show up like, Aubrey.
See, what the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is Drake talking about?
This shows that
Kanye
believed
West
their
talking
issues
about.
were just part of the music business, and that he was trying to move on from their feud. But despite these comments and Ye making a left turn into religious music, the shade just kept coming. When Drake would leak one of Ye's songs like he did with Donda's Life of the Party, Kanye would respond by straight up leaking Drake's address, with Drake responding in a
damn.
now viral clip of him just laughing.
Oh, that's why he was just laughing?
Then, after a brief moment where Drake's OG Jay Prince got them on good terms again for the Free Larry Hoover concert in Los Angeles, Drake would then decide to post album art for his next single, Search and Rescue, which looked alarmingly like Kim Kardashian, and even sampled her
did.
voice on the track.
I didn't come this far just to come this far
Ah,
and not be happy.
Now, even with Ye basically fighting on all fronts due to turning the public against him
That's
over his
just funny. These niggas is
anti-Semitism
petty as
and
fuck.
also his net worth plummeting like crazy, Drake still can't stop kicking him while he's down. Just on her losses Circo Loco, even after Kanye had given him his flowers numerous times, Drake carried on the assault on For All the Dogs' 8 AM in Charlotte, saying, "You dudes are obsessed with me and it's not on no hetero vibe. Handle beef so quiet, you think I'm letting it slide. Next thing you know, we're tiptoeing past enemy lines. I'll probably hold a grudge against you till I'm 75. He then mocked the situation that Ye finds himself in today and made some threats in the process. You forced a lot of fake love when real ones stood in your face. That's why you got deserted by all your friends like pudding and cake. I got you on camera bowing down, but the footage is safe. Thank God, another USB to put in the safe." While Drake may feel justified in
I
criticizing
really didn't listen to Follow the Dog, so it wasn't for me. I thought it was gonna be something great. Probably a couple songs on there. I'm not going back listen to it. I'm just being I'm fucking not. But it wasn't the best, but it wasn't for me. Even I think he put out like some more songs that was better than the whole album, I feel like. But Follow the Dog, everybody tell me it got a good couple songs. I fuck with a couple songs, but yeah, It wasn't for me.
Criticizing Kanye West, who was once his idol, a lot of people feel he's at the point where he's beating a dead horse. For Kanye and Drake, a lot of their problems derive from trying to remain peaceful while both of them were still in the prime of their careers. But the same can't be said for Dr. Dre and The Game. From the outset of their working relationship, everything should have been straightforward.
Hey, you know
Dre
they
was the
fucking beefing?
Interscope back label owner of Aftermath and mastermind producer who took a chance on a young kid from Compton that was just like him. Whereas for Jayceon Taylor, aka The Game, Drake was the man he grew up listening to and was privileged to be working with. But in reality, The Game has been discussing their personal business in public since the days of his second album.
I never
The
heard Dr.
Dre,
Dre say anything.
a project which coincided with his messy fallout from his time as a part of G-Unit. Now, that's a topic for a whole other video, but here's the short version. After working with Dr. Dre and 50 to bring his acclaimed debut album, The Documentary,
I never heard Dr. Dre even. I never even seen Dr. Dre in a fucking interview. So is this all finna be just The Game talking? What the fuck were they beefing about? I remember him and 50 Cent beefing, of course, but I didn't know him and Dr. Dre beefing.
together, tensions between The Game and 50 intensified to the point that the notoriously petty leader of G-Unit fired him from the crew on air. At this point, it became
Damn,
all
I didn't
out
know that at
war,
all.
with Game launching the GU Not campaign and diss tracks flying
I remember
back and
that.
forth,
GU
some of
Not.
which were damn near 15 minutes long. In his words, Dre took 50's side and left him with no choice but to drop The Game from Aftermath and transfer his contract to another Interscope subsidiary called Geffen. Straight out the gate, Game discussed this on his sophomore album on tracks like It's Okay One Blood, where he would describe himself as the heir to the Aftermath dynasty. Game held this grudge for Dre over the years, but acknowledged that their relationship was never straightforward.
Sometimes Dre pissed me off, man. I got nothing but love for Dre, man. Like, thank Dr. Dre for, listening to my demo and giving me a chance, man.
At times, he flaunted their continued connection in a way that
You know what I'm saying?
seemed like he
Dre
was
ain't never
trying
said nothing
too
about
hard.
this.
He even phoned him live on air during interviews just to prove it to people. But after being left off Dr. Dre's Super Bowl performance, while other artists like Kendrick, Snoop, Eminem, and his longtime enemy 50 Cent got to take center stage, the notoriously hot-headed Game, who has beefed with dozens of rappers over the years, started retelling their history in a disrespectful way.
Even though Dr. Dre signed me, and this is not to take away from anything that Dr. Dre is, because I told you my favorite album is The Chronic. My favorite rap group is NWA. So it's like, I'm never shooting shots at Dre. I'm only telling my story. My bad if you're in it, but you're in it. Dr. Dre signed me to Aftermath, but he wasn't pressed to put my album out. I've never had a song with Dre on it and Dre been in my video. Snoop has a ton. M has a ton. I don't have none.
At this point, he went from claiming that he was Dre's protege all of those years ago to basically acting like he was never appreciated. The Game's bitterness kept mutating to the point that he was claiming he was a better
Dr.
rapper
Dre
than
never said
Dre's
that, so
true
I don't know.
protege, Eminem, and saying wild things like this after he dropped Easy with Hit Boy and Kanye.
Crazy that Ye did more for me in the last 2 weeks than Dre did for me my whole career.
A claim that really ruffled some feathers. It led people who were there at the time, such as G-Unit's Tony Yayo, to combat
But
what
Tony
he said.
Yayo was a
That's why, like,
big
no
W.
disrespect when you see Game say, yo, Dre never did nothing for me. I remember Dre being in the studio and giving you them hits, bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember you was in a little studio to the big studio.
Left out on a limb by himself, Game later admitted to Just Blaze in an interview that
Dr. Dre ain't never said nothing, so hey, we don't know if it's true or not. It might be true, but we don't know. We don't know. Only thing he can do is move forward. You keep talking all you want, but Dre ain't said
after
nothing.
everything he said, his relationship with Dre is probably paper shredded. As time went by without a single response from Dre,
That's what I'm
the Game
saying.
realized he'd taken things a little too far and began to walk back his claims about his mentor.
I was hollering at Nori them, a little inebriated, and I said some things that I meant. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take it back. I ain't no sucker. But having Dre do anything for your project, anything in your career,
That's big.
touch any part of anything that you're doing in life is such a blessing.
That's exactly.
that, I shall not ever on that again. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't talked to Dre since, and it don't really matter if we talk again in life.
Given time to cool off, it seems like the Game had finally begun to realize
Exactly,
why he
move
switched
forward.
up on Dre. And in addition to the clout that he got from saying outlandish things about the man who basically gave him a mainstream seal of approval in the first place, he realized that the whole Super Bowl thing affected him more than he thought and led him to act out irrationally. In fact, he claimed that it was the reason behind the Black Slim Shady, his 10-minute Eminem diss track from his 2022 album Drillmatic. As he explained, Dre was the real target. He just had to send shots at an elite MC like Eminem to get his attention.
Even on my last album with, throwing shots at
Never heard
Eminem
of
and
it.
beef with Eminem, it was just me being upset with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre can't out-rap me, so I just went at him, just because that's just how I get sometimes.
At 44 years old, saying things like, "that's just how I get sometimes," isn't really a valid excuse, and unfortunately,
But Dr. Dre
a lot of
never
fans
responds,
think the whole
so.
thing with Dre has been detrimental to his legacy. Where Game tried to minimize the role that Dre had played in his sound and artistic development, our next artist never backed away from being a superfan of the rapper that he found himself in conflict with. The only issue is that he took his fandom a bit too far. When Mario Judah popped out in the game, he had a unique metal indebted
that?
sound. Tracks like Die Very Rough immediately caught people's attention, as did his hilarious interview with Drewski at Rolling Loud.
A lot of people are assuming that's got to be racist. There's no way.
But what a lot of people
Who
don't
is
know
this?
is that before he was an artist in his own right, Mario Judah was a Playboy Cardi stan. So when he got some fame of his own, he decided to use it to feed into one of the internet's most ongoing memes of the time, which was, "When is Cardi going to drop Whole Lotta Red?" This album eluded people for years, and with every leak that came out, it seemed like
Yo, Playboy Cardi, I don't know. I haven't listened to nothing with Playboy Cardi. It's actually a lot of Playboy Cardi fans. I didn't know that. People really fuck with this man. I guess I gotta listen to something. I gotta listen to something because I didn't know that man had a lot of fans like that. That man fans go crazy over him.
it got further and further
I think
away.
he had 400,000 over 80.
Playboy Cardi, drop Whole Lotta Red, bro. We want it. We've been waiting 2 years. You have 1 week. If you don't drop it, I'm dropping it for you. Drop it before December 6th. This is not a game. This is not a drill. This is not a test. Drop Whole Lotta Red now, or else I will drop it for.
So when Mario had the world's attention, he decided to give his idol an ultimatum. To show that he wasn't just joking around,
got a heart
he
attack too or
unveiled a
something?
song by the name of Bit Ya, a track which had him speaking full Cardenese, and straight away, people thought it was genius. This honestly might be the best marketing strat in rap history. Mario really said, I'll do it myself. As much as this seemed like something he could capitalize on, it seemed like Mario was really just trying to force his hero's hand in a way that was maybe a little obsessive.
But no, deadass, he comes out and drops, I'm just gonna be happy, bro. Like, even before I was like being an artist, bro, I was one of those kids in the comment section, like when nobody knew me, like just a regular fan. In his comment section, like, bro, drop Whole Lotta Red. I felt like now that when I had a platform, I could speak on it and try to get him to drop and like stick up for like the people who want it, you know what I'm saying?
Sure enough, the day
I
came
love
and
when they
went,
talk
and
normal,
Mario
like
dropped
normal
his
fucking
Whole Lotta
people.
Red, leading Cardi to drop his just 18 days later. Even after realizing it, Mario said he didn't realize it would help his career. He just wanted to support the fans. But this showed he was a bigger Cardi fan than most hip-hop fans had ever seen in an artist.
I don't know, man. I mean, he never talks to his fans, and it kind of hurts us. Like, I'm speaking from a fan perspective right now, and everybody who's watching this can relate to me, and if they were in my position doing me, they'd feel bad too. Like, damn, like, I only did this. Like, yeah, motherfuckers could think whatever, promo, whatever. I had no idea it was promo. Like, everybody was posting. I was looking at it as they're relaying the message. I didn't know I was going to gain 700K followers damn near from the shit. I kind of wish it didn't go down like that. I could care less about the attention. I just wanted the man's album. I really wanted his album.
To make
That's how I
matters
be feeling
worse,
about J.
when the
Cole
album
dropping.
finally dropped,
Drop,
Judah
nigga.
was so underwhelmed with the project that it
Fucking
wasn't
drop.
even worth it.
Jermaine,
Drops,
Cole,
I was
drop
sad,
something.
bro. And leading up to that, I was what, like posting
Drop
on
it
every day,
now.
Speaking about Twitter.
Shit.
Yeah, I didn't speak for like damn near 5 days, bro.
And how many times did you listen to the album in that period of
Bro,
time?
I listened to it probably like 34 times.
And did you grow more fond of it?
Nah, man. I'm still upset. It's a lot of great songs that he's posted snippet-wise that his fans want, that we want, and we're not on there. I mean, New Neon was on there. We want that Cardi. We want that shit that we bro. To me, and a lot of people, what was the problem? It sounded like someone was trying to be like Cardi, and it was just confusing. Like, who? Like, are you sure this is Cardi?
Despite leading this whole campaign, Mario didn't even get any actual acknowledgement from Cardi, and probably killed any chance he ever had of getting a feature. And by going in this new direction with his art, he couldn't move beyond being seen as just a gimmick. This pretty much stopped his progress in its tracks. Now, people look at his career
Never
as
heard
a
of this
case
guy.
of wasted
I would love
talent.
to.
So,
He
in
seemed
this
interesting.
sense, it's a prime example of when trying to get noticed by your idol goes really, really wrong. Great singer, great producer. He just needs to stop copying people and clout chasing. He could make a comeback. Mario Judah was respectable until the whole lot of red nonsense. For Mario, the path to trying to get noticed by his hero was a really risky one that led to a dead end. While for Young Thug, trying to get on Lil Wayne's radar was almost a little too successful, considering it led to pissing him off and allegedly pulled the Atlanta artist into a dark
He was
place
finna
where
remake
his
the Carter
idol
5.
almost lost his life. When Thugger first came into the game, it wasn't long before the Lil Wayne comparison started. From his wild, high-pitched vocals to his eccentric style, it was obvious that Lil Wayne was someone Thugger looked up to. And he even said in his early interviews that he would rather work with Wheezy than Michael Jackson. After tracks like Stoner and Danny Glover really propelled him into the big leagues, Thug caught the attention of
Yo, Young Thug, when he first came, I remember me and my homeboy was on Young Thug. Man, people was like, "Oh, he gay. We not listening to him." That's when we was on like, man, I just want to listen to nigga music. I swear I just want to listen to his music. That's it. When Young Thug came out, we knew he was gonna be big. But after him and Rich Homie Coin, oh man, that shit was legendary. Young Thug, I always say Rich Homie Coin should have been the level Young Thug was, but I guess since Rich Homie Coin label stopped him and shit, so Young Thug took off. It's sad to see the shit he going through now, but that man took off like crazy.
Cash Money's Birdman.
I know he a big fan of Wayne. We embrace Thug as our little brother. He come from that same cloth, from these streets. And I see opportunity.
That hat fire, actually.
Change not just his life, his family.
I know it probably means something,
100%,
100%, but that is fire.
Music, something that I'm powerful.
At the time, what no one realized, including Thug, was that Birdman didn't want to just align Thugger and Tunchi. He wanted Thug to be Wayne's replacement as things fell apart between himself and Wayne. As Thugger would later reveal, their relationship was pretty rocky from the outset, with Wayne refusing to give him any form of respect.
Man, that goddamn, the first day that nigga goddamn didn't dap me up, tried me. Now my feet hurt. I'm a real stepper. Left my pimpin' hanging. He about to have them chrome hearts on. One time I dapped him up, this how he dapped me. That one, I'm like, hey, listen, bro, I'm never touching your hand again. Right. Just off of that, like, bro, you tripping. I'm a player, and I'm a real player, and
I'm a real player.
No, nothing about me, no group, no nothing. Like, I'm just a real.
Right. I'm a player.
Right.
Although things went a little south at the
My
start,
nigga
there was a
said,
time
I'm a real player. You ain't finna just do me like that. That's one reason. Anybody will tell you I was a huge Lil Wayne fan. All the CDs I used to burn, motherfucking all the magazine, every song I could fucking recite back then. Everything, concerts, everything. I don't know. For some reason, I just don't want to meet him. I want to meet him, but I don't want to meet him. I went to his concert. He was down here, VIP section. Shit was live. Like, I want to meet him, but then I don't want to meet him. Because I don't feel like he going to be fucking with. I don't know. I just don't. Dab him up something. I don't know. I just don't. I'll be all right. I see him. I ain't got to do all that extra shit. I'm not going to do all that extra shit. I'm just saying. I just don't want to meet him.
2014, where the two got on good terms. During a Cash Money concert, Wayne brought Thugger out on stage to perform Danny Glover. Around that same time, Thug got tighter with Birdman, dropping the Rich Gang EP alongside Baby and Thug's former best friend,
Rich Gang.
Homie. At this time, things remained pretty amicable between the two, but it wasn't until Wayne started complaining about his deal with Cash Money and claimed that he couldn't drop the long-awaited Carter 5 days later.
Exactly.
He'd also file a lawsuit against Cash Money Records for $51 million. Unfortunately, this holdup on Wheezy's material came at a time when Thugger, who was increasingly tight with Birdman, claimed he'd be dropping the Carter 6 through 10.
It was the Carter 6.
I just feel like I'm that big. Cause he feel like after the Carter's 5, he ain't gonna make no more music. Cause he feel like can't nobody make no music like that.
Crazy.
I'm going straight at it.
Considering that this was the most cherished series in Wayne's career, it was a bold move that even Tunchi's daughter took issue with. Eventually, Wheezy had enough, and at a show, he made his feelings about Thug and the whole saga known.
And stop listening to songs that post naked on their mother.
While it's debatable who started the whole thing, Wayne made it clear that he wasn't rocking with Thug at this point, and straight away, Thug upped the ante to the point that he was threatening his hero.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, YSL. Carter 6 coming out.
No, I do.
First show. New Orleans, Holly Grove. Meet me there, Betty. Beat me there.
Opting to launch the project in Wayne's literal hometown, Thug unsurprisingly got booed, while at the same time, he raged online about having to change the record's name to Barter 6 after claiming that Wayne threatened to sue him. That same evening, back in Atlanta where Thug is from, gunfire erupted as Lil Wayne was heading to his tour bus after a concert.
Definitely remember
Shortly
that.
after, it came out that the main suspect, Pee Wee Roscoe, had connections to Thug. And then, when Pee Wee was arrested, Thug started an online campaign calling for his release.
We finna start this Free Roscoe campaign, man. I need everybody in this world to say free Roscoe.
Later, Thug even sent a private jet when he was freed in late 2020, with Thug and Baby also being indicted with conspiracy over the crime, but never officially being charged. Despite all of this, Wayne and Thug managed to enter into an uneasy truce after Rich Gang broke up, and Birdman's grip on him was loosened. Thug even sent Wayne a heartfelt message on Twitter saying, "I just wish you could love me in a way that I love you, big bro.
That's all he
You're my
wanted,
idol
just
for life,
his
and
idol
I
to
hope
love
you're
him,
sorry for
man."
bashing me, not knowing how much I love you." Since then, the two have had a strange dynamic where they show signs of respect, but never really truly seemed to be on the same page. Even when they teamed up for Out West from Wayne's No Ceilings 3 mixtape, it wasn't long before Thug was back vocalizing the things that annoy him about Wayne.
I haven't heard any recent or any kind of crazy shade. We sitting here now, and that's one of the first names that you bring up as an influence. Like, where is that so-called relationship?
I don't know. I don't think that like me. Maybe I think it's because he's just been with Birdman his whole life, and he's just so spoiled to the point where it's like he's been a millionaire.
He's been a millionaire.
Since he was 9 years old.
I'm telling you.
So he don't know nothing but his way. The first thing that don't go his way, it probably don't have nothing in the world to do with me.
Man, yeah, I want they probably on great terms now. I don't know, they probably on the same bullshit that they was on, but you know what I'm saying? That probably just ain't no telling what the hell Wayne going through or what the hell he was going through then. That was the end, so ain't no telling how they is now. But yeah, some of this stuff I really didn't know. Some of this stuff I really didn't keep up with. But you know, I guess it's cool. Let's learn. Why do you niggas be beef? I always wonder why niggas just be start beef for no reason. I'm quite sure Young Thug was a big Lil Wayne fan like I was. Probably bigger, but to play a nigga like that is crazy. Probably because all this shit that he probably was going through shit then. That's probably why he was acting like that. But, you know, sometimes I guess it's better to let niggas know. Sometimes you don't gotta let niggas know nothing. Then sometimes shit be what it was. But I didn't know Dr. Dre and the gang had a problem. Because I'm like, I never seen the Dr. Dre do an interview. I never even heard this man say nothing, do nothing. So we'll never know his side. That man don't do nothing. That's how you supposed to do it. Say nothing. Say nothing. I thought they was gonna do Lil Uzi and J. Cole. That should have been pretty funny. That should be. Drop something, J. Cole. Shit. Drop something. Nigga hurting out here. Look at my beard. But anyway, if any more beefs or something, like, comment, subscribe, share. Peace out. Hope y'all have a good day, blessed day. All that good old shit. Stay positive in these streets, baby.